we've got the S13 lower control arms. Those are S14 brackets, but it's fitting these adjustable ones just fine. I just need to find the nuts that goes with those. So I thought the original ones that I had would work, but no, those were smaller, so much smaller. So yep, got working on the outside now. So I was just wanted to find the bolts. Once I get those installed, next is steering rack. Want to get that in place before I start putting those on. So with good luck, I might have this done tonight. I think I have to switch those two back around. I think the brackets go on the inside. I don't know, because these don't have the brackets. So yeah. So looks like I need to find 3 more of those types of bolts. So yeah, big stuff. If I can get this done tonight, I might actually clean this out, and pull this out tomorrow and start working on this again. Yes, it's a goal, but yes, I had to remember right. Those are S14 brackets because the brackets actually matches the holes. The S13 were different. I think. I know there was something that was supposed to be, one thing is supposed to be S14, and I believe it was the brackets. It's been over 12 years, so I don't remember. And yeah, I think someone's gonna go, yeah, like that. Like that. I don't think that really matters because I'm not gonna use those. I normally don't because it's already on the sidewall. Yeah, see, it's already on the sidewall. So yeah, it is what it is. See, there's the old control arm destroyed. I mean, it's been useful for so long. It has been. I need to refill up my dunk bowl. And where'd my stick go? The stick is gone again. I keep taking my stick out. I'm gonna have to put a new dunk in here anyways. I don't know what happened. Mosquito ball. That's where mosquito dies. So I'll find a new stick to put in there. But for now, yeah, that's it. And there's my Z. This is supposed to be my rebuild project, so I can replace the 350Z. Other than the color's all faded away and stuff. It's definitely worth rebuilding, restoring. Right. Alright, so I ran into a problem. The old rack, I'm going to point with my foot because I'm holding this together. So, notice on this side, all the same, except for these two are different. I need to swing this around. I'm sitting there fighting with it. It's not going in. And every time I'm trying, it freaking does not want to line up right. And now I just realized it. This is on the wrong side. So I'm gonna have to see about turning this around somehow. There's gotta be a way. It looks like maybe something on the side. I'm gonna look in the FSM tonight, and then in the morning I'll continue. We're almost done. That's my only snag. It's like I almost had it installed, just I couldn't get it in all the way. But here's what I got done so far. Those are those, and then basically once those are in, Then I'll just rinse all the brakes, and it should be just like that. Cleaning up right now. Hold off on these just in case I have to reinstall it, in case these don't want to work right, but they should. Yeah, I was trying to... I got all those other things done, for sure. So we're almost there. Oh, yeah. So yeah. Stuff away. We're putting this in the back of here again. This is why I want to get this done first, so I have a clean, smooth ride from here on out. And a little bit, like I really want to go lower. It's probably going to get low and stiff. I still have to pull the R200 out from the backyard, but yes, because that'll be the fun one next. Or at least with that one, I can actually set up stuff. So much for getting that done tonight, but it's fine. Okay, that's a lot of work. I didn't think that a steering rack would actually really give me a workout, but it did. That magnet. Here we go. Cool. I know. The only thing I'm worried about is nothing really, other than I'm gonna check the FSM, verify that how to actually move that around. I think when they did the thing, they just reassembled it, or when I was trying to undo it, I might have accidentally moved it. I'm not sure now. So I'm just hoping it's not something weird. Let's hope not. Give me all this stuff. Close it all up. 3-day weekend, so I'll get plenty of time tomorrow. Even got a new gasket. Got that today too for the exhaust. So as soon as I install steering rack, I can install that really quick, and that'll take. And I got bolts, and I get nuts and the other stuff to go with it. So, all right. Obviously, I'm trying to do my best cleaning the parts too, and they're coming up pretty clean. I'm not as dirty as I normally am. Cool. Okay, cool. Alright, so I hate to say this, but one more day. We're almost done. I know it sounds like this a lot. I'm telling you. I'm almost done. Steering rack goes in, it's the hardest part. The other thing is that brakes. I know those bolt up, so we're using that until I can upgrade to like a 2-pot one, but meanwhile it's fine. It's garbage. But yeah, that's it. That's my update for the day. We got that, all that stuff mounted. Missing sway bar, but I don't know where it went. It's probably up there at the top, and I can't get to that. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be really good. Then I'll get to the rear end. I'll probably back it up in here and do the whole swap. I have to move it anyways because garbage. There's a lot of garbage in the back. Oops. All right. Little update on this. Looks like it's there. We're good. And those are just fine too. I need to pull this line here, the big one, because that one goes that way. This one's supposed to go this way. So the lines were always good. Only the ones for well, I might pull those two, but I'm just gonna pull the big one so I can actually match that. Don't ask me how I did that. That little thing right there. As if remember yesterday, that was on the other side. I don't have the correct tool to loosen this little lock ring inside, but I figure out how I can get it to move, and that's not fun. I know I started a little late today. You know, it's like a 3-day weekend. It's hot out here. I want to take a break, but needed a break because work. So yeah, because work's been a pain in the ass. You know, draining me both mentally and physically. Don't talk, dude. But we're there. I thought I might have to go back to Napa, but we're good. I'm good. I'll find my my special 10/12 line wrench that's in this freaking mess, and I'll pull that off in a little bit. For right now, I do need to spray it with some PB Blaster. That's another reason why I came over here. Where is that PB Blaster that I had in here? Right here. Gotta let that sit. Let this sit for a little bit. Cool. Now it's this one right here. Okay, so I want to feel a little bit too, because those ain't as bent up as these are. I kind of bent them by accident, so I don't want any leakage. So we'll let that sit for about at least an hour, maybe 2, and then I'll come back and I'll knock those out and copy them over, and then we install. Yes, yay! Nielsen back. Oh, look at this. Alright, so this is what I've done. I replaced the lines. I used the old ones because they are actually formed like they should. This is where it should be. When I got it, this whole area was down here. And because that was down there, this was all down. Somehow this middle piece was actually squished. Which, yeah, I guess when they put it back together, they must have half-assed it or something. And yeah, so I was trying to install it. It wouldn't install because this is in the wrong spot. So now it's in the right spot. Now we can install. Just been kind of under the weather. Fucking feeling like shit. I don't know what's going on. Oh, but yep, lots to do. Working on this damn thing. Yeah, this should be pretty quick and easy. I'm gonna go find the two I was gonna use for the power steering here. Meant for the other car here, over here. So I can get that started and ready. But that should be pretty quick and easy. Yeah, just have to lay down the stuff down there and get started. I'm gonna have to do that here in a minute. I'm gonna wash my hands so I can use my gloves. Put that aside. Put it aside. Possibly get it rebuilt. For the future projects. But I still have to do that once I get that installed, because I can't loosen that right where it's at without, I feel like I'm damaging that if I'm trying to pull that off. I don't have the right tool to pull that off. But if I had the stationary, like something like this, a little bigger, but I don't have that, and this is about to snap right here, so I can't really use that anymore. So that's fun. So I'll just use the cars and change it out that way. It's easier. I got the tool to at least do that. So I'll do that here momentarily, and then I'm gonna chill for a little bit. It's like I ate something bad yesterday and kept me up until like 3 in the morning. I feel like shit. I'm trying to just relax and hopefully not end up in the ER or something. I hope not. But yeah, I have a picture of my car. Hello, car. Cool stuff. That's what we're doing today. I know a few people doing like freaking 4th of July parties. I'm just sitting here trying to get this done. I can't just keep going to parties and hanging out with people and doing things, because this will never get done. It's like the saying once goes, money don't sleep, nor does your projects. Alright, so that's my update for the day. Hopefully I'll feel better. And update later. And just like that, it's installed, the whole rack. I'm gonna tighten up the steering column to the rack, but that part is definitely doable. Come on. Yeah. It's awesome. It's all tightened down now. It's amazing. That part is, oh shit, I almost forgot about that. Hey, that's fine. I mean, worst comes to worst, I could pop that off real quick and install that first. I'm not worried about this yet. I think, yeah, whatever that is, I'll fix that momentarily, because I'll have to pull that upwards, and then we'll install that. We'll just twist it down there just a little. But yeah, we're installed. We're finally done. I know I feel like shit, but hey, I'm getting it done. Alright, one step at a time. Cool. I'll be ready to rock this, driving this around again. Probably drive it to work on Monday, just to make sure it works good. I'll try to make sure. I might have to go and get an alignment done. Yeah, that might need to be a thing. But yeah, coilovers here, brakes, calipers and the whole knuckle thing. It's not going to be set up for drift. It's just going to be set up mostly for show. So that's what I'm thinking when I do the rear end within this next month. I'm going to definitely re-gasket everything on that one, but do the brakes as well in the rear. Get that ready. But I don't think I'm gonna weld it. If at most, I'll probably 2-way it or 1.5 it in the future. I can't afford a CAS, or I'd go CAS already. But meanwhile, just do it like it is. Gonna finish it up. Get more into it in a little bit. Cool. So the steering is lock and loaded. We'll worry on the exhaust later. Basically, gotta install this, put that on, put the brake on, with of course the brake hardware, but pretty much the swap is done. S12 with the S13. That's an S14 bracket. S13 adjustable. S13, S13, not S, Ford Escort. MK4. 3? No, MK4. MK4, mid-90s. GT. Has to be a GT. Has to be only for the GT. Because the other type is like too thin. Plus there's plenty of everything it should need. So, this is what I'm doing now. It's time to install. I don't need to go back underneath there anymore. So, that means, yay. All the good stuff. We're just about done. Put this on, put the tires on, put the exhaust on right on. Then it is lower it back down after I fix that little leak at the speedometer cable. The analog is leaking. Either something's not tight or it's coming out of the freaking thing again, which I really don't know. Speedometer doesn't work in this car. It never has. Yeah, I'd rather plug that up with like a digital output so when I finalize the freaking product on my dash stuff here, I can do it over on this one. But I want to try to make it more like the S12 variant. But yeah, easy. Control arms. Bolts right up. You do need one spacer on each side. That way it doesn't move around. That's the only caveat onto that one is that. So these are Moog. Supposed to be Moog solid. So these kind of feel janky. I'm gonna say probably about maybe 6 months it's gonna need to be replaced, but meanwhile I just have to verify everything. I think we're fine on the length, but once I can get this locked in here, I know I'm gonna have to do something with this, but I think this will be just fine. I might have to I think it's raised most of the way. I just can't get these unlocked at the moment. I hope they're not sieged. Then that would suck. But just in case, these are TNs. Made by TN for 240SX. I'm in 8994. Part number. It's all there. These are TNs. Made by TN Street Basics. Basis. Z. Cool. Alright. I need both hands to finish this. So we're just about done. So let me put this back together. If I don't have to swap these out, I'm not going to. Because I want to keep the rim size on for now. I'm trying to finish this up as quick as possible because It's 4th of July, and people don't just like shooting fireworks over on this side of town. They like to shoot guns up in the air, and I don't want to be a casualty to some random ass bullet coming back down, so. And I have to torque everything to spec on that, and the bottom of that still. These will be easy enough. Simple. Alright, so catch it up when I'm done. Okay, almost there. Alright, there's a couple issues. I have to use the S13 brakes. They are longer. So someone's probably going like, yeah, I could have told you that. So just lining it up right now, actually. So if I'm gonna do the thing, I've got the pneumatic bleeder over there. Probably a good time to like flush out that brake fluid. In that case, I might have to raise the rear as well. So hopefully not. Should be able to break these off and do the bleeding like I should. But we're there. Look at that. It's like it's almost OEM. All that work just for steering, just to look good. I got this side too, but yeah, like I said, I have to get bolts. I might as well get the bolts, get some good locks for these. Those currently using like freaking castle nuts, and they seem to work. I got to do the exhaust because I want to make sure I get that right and not have a leak this time. So we got this. Look at this. It's going to be negative camber. So I'm going to have to align this as much as I can. So when I turn left and right steering, I'll have decent steering. I'll actually have that set right too. So before I lock that in, make sure we're good there. Set the steering here. Actually, I think we're almost there. I'm not though. This side, let's push that a little more. The way I set it in should have been like straight ahead. So, because that's how the steering wheel, straight ahead. So I'm going to try to get that as tight as possible. And then obviously I'm going to have to get an alignment done when this is done. I don't know if I can take this back to Firestone with its lifetime freaking alignment. It's gonna bring back old memories from when I drove this one with the same setup for a while. This setup's just gonna be for a little bit. So that's my wrap up. I know I should have been done, but it's 4th of July and I'm gonna get inside. Cool. So this is gonna be good. I think everything's gonna be just fine. Technically, the air should only be in these front ones anyway, so we'll see how it goes. All right. I mean, I still can get underneath. The e-brake set, that's on a wired system, so it's not a part of the hydraulic system. If I need to, I can get underneath and bleed them from each side. But in this, I should be able to just undo. There's like a little C-clip and install the new lines and good to go. Cool. To be continued tomorrow after I make my hardware store stop just for 4 bolts and nuts. Cool. Alright, so here we go again. Oh, I had the wrong size. I got 1/2 inch. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm going back to those and getting the right size, which needs to be smaller. This barely fits, but this is like a different size. I think that's like M12, which trying to figure this out, so I have to get like the 1/2 inch. I knew I should have grabbed it. Oh, So I am really not under the weather. I pulled muscles in my abdomens, causing me to feel like shit. But when I move, take an ibuprofen. I just threw some Tiger Balm on it. As soon as I did that, it freaking feels better. So knowing that, we're almost there. I just need to do the bolts. I got the washers for the arms here, the tension rods. So I just got to finish that so I can start really realigning the stuff. Somebody's moving. But yes. Cool. Alright. Time to go get the bolts. Figure I'd give it a little update. Okay. It's like a walk and it hurts. Taking the Z again. Took it a ghost. Cool. I know they fucking stick out, but you know what? If it fits, it sits. It's not going far. That's all freaking Lowe's had. Should've went to Home Depot. But, yeah. So before I get started on this, I need to mount this. So I'm trying to clean this up so I can properly mount that on the steering and go from there. So, cleaning up as much as I can. PV Blaster, you know, had to unrust this off. Well, assuming that should be able to clean that up, lube it up enough to where I can fit it all the way in and bring it back out to stab this. Or I could just stick this in there and stick this on there and just feed that into there. But I think my way is probably going to be, the first way is going to be the right way. Oh fuck, I just wish my fucking stomach didn't have to hurt, but I know what has happened. So it's like when I was doing the steering, I was trying to pull off the other side of the here it is, by the way, the other side of this. I was trying to do it using this and that. I was overcompensating myself, and yeah, I ended up using too much of my strength and ripped my freaking abs really bad. I am not strong like I used to be. I am not. But then again, I also have another problem too. It's like something that's been there since 2003, and yeah, every time I rip my muscles, that's what happens. And then I get into the freaking whole thing about dude, like the whole reliving that whole experience again, and that fucking drives me nuts, and that's what's been keeping me up for the past couple days. Last night I had some good sleep though. I just kept on waking up every couple hours because of pain, but I still had better sleep. I didn't feel like I slept for like a few hours and waking up and wanting to go back to sleep. So, and now that I've fully tested myself, made sure it wasn't something internally and it's more of the abs, that's when I figured out, you know what, I'm just fine. Just my abs, they're just going to take some time to heal. Last time I did this, it took about a week, so. But yeah, I know I went kind of sideways on that one. I need to do this, but we're getting there. Let's find a step stool. So I did look that up some. So I'm gonna continue cleaning and stab this on there. Just figured I want to give it an update, because even though it's all mounted, it's in the right spot and everything, it's just getting this back on is a pain in the ass. But I want to make sure that's in the right spot. because that's my thing. When I remove steering wheels, it's never in the right spot. There, it's locked in place. And I end up going sideways. This car is notorious for that. And it drives people nuts, but I know where the center is. So, yeah. So, yeah, to go with the S13 steering wheel, the S13 front is pretty much done. I just gotta finish up the brakes and tighten everything down. I can lower it back down as soon as I'm done bleeding. So I kind of left this open. Just have to pull out the air compressor behind the Grom, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to sell. I've never had the chance to ride it or learn how to ride it. Because I said the moment I can get this out of my garage and driving, I want to learn how to drive that. Well, that's not going to be anytime soon. Because in the next month I'm going to have to start coming up with money to buy a RV to park on the side. So my uncle has a place to stay. So he has a place to stay. He's 79. Don't know how long he has, but he's a trooper. He's probably gonna wait until like 90 or 100, because that's how he is. All right. So enough of all that. This will be just fine. I know sooner or later I'm gonna have to pull the radiator, and fix the condenser so I can get AC in here again. And I can't wait to see how the power steering is gonna fit up. I don't know if I have the bracket for it. I should, because everyone that gave me S12 parts 10 years ago, I should have something. So I've been piecing together shit. And with all this stuff here, I should be able to restore the black car that I have in the backyard. That's my number 3 S12. That I could probably toss in. I don't know what to do with that really, because the only crossover I have left is a V6. It might be a perfect opportunity to drop a V6 in it. Maybe the whole carb setup again. But that's in the future date. If I ever get a better job. If I don't end up homeless. Yeah. Alright. Enough ranting. I'm gonna get back to work. Alright. I was right. You pull the other one out so you can actually stab it all the way in. Meaning, I do pointer. I need to get one of those fancy pointers. Follow the screwdriver. This part here can actually be pushed in all the way. I use WD-40 to help me lube this together. It's gonna work. I had to open up the slits inside, both sides, so they could fit in. But yeah, once I did that, I was able to stab this correctly. And we're tight. And here, demonstration of why I needed this done. Because before, I had this huge problem. And now, when I turn, it turns directly. No more play. Zero play. Zero play. That's awesome. Now, I'm going to get it to lock in place. Is it going to lock? Oh, he's in place. Yeah. It's not like anymore. How I can also tell, there's no play down here. See, before it was going back and forth like crazy. So I've been driving on this since I bought it in 2014-ish. Yeah, 2014 I bought it for my birthday. 2013 I bought it for my birthday and had it done. Waylon and I got most of it. Well, he did the most work at the time. But yeah, The whole idea for this project was to get it up and running. And I tore this apart in 2016 when I blew the head gasket, because there was a common problem I found. So yes, steering is complete. We're done. No longer needed. I need to do a trick with the steering here. Start locking this in. First things first is doing the brakes. Gotta do the brakes first. Yes, cool. We're done. Steering is done. Finally. It's gonna be worth driving again. I need to get power steering, but one step at a time. Because I have the whole unit over here, all slapped in the area, but I have to make sure the bracket fits. And the last pulley, I have to get the thing for that too. But yeah, that's done. Steering's complete. I should jump down there and do the exhaust really quick, but I really want to get these brakes done because I'm not going to have light for long. It's almost 6 o'clock. Alright. Okay. I ran into a major problem. The bolts that are meant for the calipers was meant for the S12. The S12 is longer and thicker. The S13 is much smaller. And that's my problem. I don't have those bolts. I've looked everywhere. I have either too small, too long. So, let's see if I could try to order it somewhere. Meanwhile, I'm getting there. I'm gonna go cool down, relax a little, try to heal up my abs for now while I'm cleaning up. But it sucks because, you know, I just need bracket bolts and I'll finish what I need to get done. Let's see, so it sucks, but hopefully I can find some. I guess while I'm at it, I can work on the other bolts too. Maybe if I find someone who can sell the real bolts for that. Not that's gonna be locked down so tight. It's not gonna go anywhere. I'll take it. This will barely work. But yeah, it's not good enough. I need the actual size that should work. So that's my predicament, my problem. I'm checking locally to see if anybody has any in stock. If not, I'll have to try to get some from the Nissan place, dealership. Oh, yeah. So I'm starting to go down a little. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna relax. We're almost there. We are definitely almost there. That stinks. A little bit bigger brakes, but they have extended lugs. Hopefully I don't need to put spacers on the front just to help mitigate that, but I shouldn't need to. I have to order some actual lugs for extended lugs like that. But yeah, that's it for the night. All good there is that brakes. We've got. I found the bolts. I've ordered them. They'll be here tomorrow. Yay! So that means I can mount those finally. I'm gonna finish this one today. And exhaust is definitely gonna get done today. That's quick and easy. I'm just gonna unstick those bolts. So I'm gonna unattach them so I can push that up and align it in. So I can get that out of the way. So all I have to do tomorrow is put the bolts on with some Loctite, mount these, and I should be good to go. I'm probably going to put Loctite on these two, and as I'm tightening them up. So that's going to be fun. And then hopefully, can't really test fit them without the bolts holding this stuff in. But this side just needs to do the thing with the brake fluid and the fun stuff, because those are too small, these are bigger. It's kind of cool having bigger. I don't know if bigger is always better, but yeah, it is what it is. So I'll give an update. Quick little update, but we're there. Yay! Just noticed that the little black strip on the back of that is missing. I wonder if it's just better just to remove them and just paint something there. Like a black stripe. I don't even know why they're there, to be honest. It definitely needs a wash again. Okay. Oh well, alright. Figured I'd give a daily update, and probably the other side's done, this side isn't. So yeah, we got stuff to do. I'm gonna get working. Bye. There we go. Go. Alright, so good news. We'll start with this one. You know, I had that super long one. I actually found the actual bolts and nuts. So I just got to torque them to 100 foot-pounds of torque. But they are on and in. So we are almost golden. Got the exhaust installed. Got to finish tightening it down, but got it installed. It's including underneath. So we're making traction. We're making lots of traction. It's already nighttime, 8 o'clock, and I got food to eat and rest I need. So tomorrow I'll finish tightening that up. I'll tighten those up and finish up the caliper on the side. I should have the bolts in tomorrow. If they're the right ones, hopefully. Should be. I don't know why nobody has them in stock, but I had to order them. So, it's funny. Yeah. Both sides. Look at that. I'm going to be able to torque them down perfectly. So, we're almost done. We are almost done. I still got to bleed the brakes, but we're good. So, I want to give that a nice little update. And that thing lost another filter, but I think I fixed it this time with my last filter for it. So, yay! That explains my other problem for the Z, anyways. Anyway, time to go to sleep. I will update tomorrow.